Fifth Period Symphonic Orchestra with Mr. Rodolph and...
You're watching Rider News!
A big thank you to the Symphonic Orchestra for that fantastic shout out. It's Wednesday, November 27th, 2019, and I'm Cameron.
And I'm Caden. It's the day before Thanksgiving. Everyone is putting on the finishing touches on their list of things they're thankful for in their lives. Here at Rider News, we are also getting together everything we are thankful for and giving the proper thanks. Speaking of things we are thankful for, we're very thankful for this year's theme, which is climate change and how it informs us on what's going on out in this big world of ours.
Once again, we joined Alfonso in his journey of questions to find out what we all can do to fight against this climate change, which Mr. Gallagher is going to explain to us the science behind a thing called carbon capture.
Hi, my name is Delfonso, and welcome back to Climate Change with Delfonso. If you are new or you haven't quite yet seen this package, what I'm doing is that I'm going around and asking people what we could do to fight climate change rather than what it is. So, let's begin. Good morning, Mr. Gallagher.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing quite fine. How are you?
Thank you. Very good.
Now, we came to your classroom today because we wanted to learn a little bit more about this carbon capture.
Okay, so what would you like to know about it? You want to know how the process works?
We'd like to know how it could possibly help us fight climate change.
So carbon capture. So the problem with carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, as we all know, is that it warms the atmosphere as part of a greenhouse gas. So if we could somehow prevent that carbon from getting into the atmosphere, we could help cut back on those greenhouse gases. So one of the ideas is that we put things on the tops of factories to capture that carbon before it gets back out into the atmosphere.
Sounds intriguing. Now, personally, what do you think that we'll do to help achieve this specific goal?
Well, I don't see this as a really good option because it has a lot of problems. First off, it's really expensive. Some companies are already investigating doing this, and they're doing little bits of it, and it is really cutting into their bottom line. And anything that's really expensive isn't something that's going to be popular. And so one of the problems is that it's expensive. The other thing is if you do capture it, what do you do with it? And so there are two possibilities. One is to get it to be so cold, and you know what happens to carbon dioxide when you get it so cold, it turns into dry ice, and to store that deep inside the earth. Or to liquefy it, have liquid carbon dioxide, and store that inside the earth. Both of those are problematic. How are you going to get them down into the earth? You're going to have to pump them down into there. And when we've done things like that before, we increase the amount of earthquakes in the areas, like when we frack out in Oklahoma and suddenly there's earthquakes where there were never earthquakes before. And so things like that are messing with the environment. And so I just don't think it's going to be a real feasible option.
Thank you for that little insight. Now, seeing as how carbon capture isn't exactly the best of ideas, could you might give us an idea as to what we could possibly do to help fight it?
So instead of fighting nature, we always work with nature. So how about the natural form of carbon capture, which is just having more plants on the planet? And so one of the problems is as we increase our amount of carbon dioxide, we're also cutting down our forests. And as we add carbon dioxide, we're getting rid of those plants that take it back in. So we need to plant more and more trees. We need to have more natural places for the carbon to sink. And in England, they're trying this. They're trying to bring back some of the bogs. They got rid of the bogs. Nobody wants to live near a bog. And so they're putting those bogs back there, and it's a place to capture that. And that swamp area is actually very vital to storing the carbon. And so let's go with nature. Let's get more trees. Let's increase the bogs and decrease the cement on the ground. And let's let nature help us out.
All right, that sounds like a great plan. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for coming.
Have a beautiful day.
It is.
And those were the questions that we had for this week. Now, we're not going to stop until we are completely satisfied with the answers that we get to the questions that we all desired to know. Thank you. Have a
Thank you to Mr. Gallagher for sharing your information about this intriguing concept. Shifting our focus, we are riding right into our next segment, Machine Shop, and their field trip they're going to be taking soon.
So when was this field trip?
About a week and a half ago.
What did you guys do?
We went to Thermiotics out in Port Townsend, and we saw what actual machinists at work. They were building some pretty incredible stuff out there.
What was your favorite part of the field trip?
Getting to see the machinery that they send to NASA. Very intricate.
What kind of machinery did you see?
CNC machinery, a lot of mills, very large lathe, hones, grinders, a lot of stuff. Mills, lathes, CNC.
How did this help teach the people that went on the field trip?
It showed us high-level machinery and how our teacher knows about wide range of stuff, because he used to work there, and you see some of the little tiny stuff that they have to make that has to be real precise, and it's kind of amazing. So it gives you a little bit more respect for him. A quick moment to say thanks to Jason Kai for that little insight on Machine Shop's activities. Which, speaking of activities,
Here at Port Angeles High School, we have a lot of activities and action going on, including one of the many clubs which we have, Magic the Gathering Club, where we ask some questions about it and thus find out more about the little club on campus.
I don't really plan to gain anything from Magic Club. Friendships, yeah, that's nice, but then again, there's a lot of people who are just kind of out for blood in these games. People just like to get along and just have a couple games, maybe torture somebody for 30 minutes with a milling deck.
I joined Magic Club because Magic is a game I've enjoyed for a long time. I honestly prefer Magic to a lot of video games or anything else that I've ever played. And it's always been fun. I've been a part of Magic Club since, I believe, the first year it was started, which was last year. And I've always had fun, and I would definitely recommend it. It's a fun game. Have some time away from your devices to actually interact with people. And maybe annoy some others.
Playing since my sophomore year, I've really enjoyed spending time with friends and actually getting to know them, and also having lots of fun with just playing a game. There's no internet, there's no TV, no nothing, no electronics. It's just hanging out with a bunch of friends and just screwing each other over.
thank you members and creator of the Magic and Gathering Club for letting us have a look into what they're all about. And let's hope that the kind introduction helps other kids take the suggestion to join and have some fun.
Finally, we have our last segment for this week's episode, which is going to be a hot sauce challenge.
Good luck to the contestants who will be taking on this ordeal. Otherwise, thank you PHS for joining us on this week's episode, and we hope to see you next time.
Hi, I'm Marlon Beckett.
And we're doing a hot sauce challenge today.
This is the bomb. This is what I'm most scared of. Here we go. Oh shit.
Any plans for the weekend?
That doesn't even taste good. I don't know what I'm doing for the weekend. It's really hot. Okay.
You good?
Can I be done now? It's hot.
Hi, my name is John, and I'm a junior, and I'm gonna eat these hot sauces.
Play any sports? How you feeling right now, John?
Oh, that's really hot.
Is it like, what does it feel like?
It's not bad. I'm not phased.
Makes it. You don't seem phased. You good?
I'm Logan Brown, and I'm a senior.
Alright, well, this one has ghost peppers in it. Good luck.
Oh my god, dude.
You got that. So, any sports you play?
I play soccer.
How you feeling?
Great. Great. I feel really good.
Tastes good?
Mm-hmm.
Not spicy?
Not whatsoever. Yeah, I feel great.
Hi, I'm Edward Williamson, and I don't like that already.
Got any homework?
Yeah! I'm actually quite a bit behind in like medical terminology. You know, it's alright. I'm gonna get caught up, but yeah, I got some homework.
How you feeling? You're really red.
It makes sense. You know, that's actually pretty hot.